watching the Revealed Word podcast. Today we are in the heart of downtown Frederick, Maryland. We're here to speak to Lois, owner of the Frederick Basket Company. Welcome to the Revealed Word podcast.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
It's an honor to see you again.
Yes, I mean, you're one of my customers. I love it. So it's always nice to see your beautiful face.
Yeah, so I was honored to come and have you speak on, a business segment, speak to the Revealed Word podcast people, our fans. So can you tell us about your business?
Sure.
When did you start? All the good stuff.
Sure. So the business itself has been here since 1988. I am the third owner, so I can't speak to any of the things that happened before that. But yeah, I started my career in publishing, in graphic design, and as the print media changed, I was faced with reconnecting to something different. I needed to
Reestablishing yourself.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
I needed to pivot, as that's a popular word these days. But
Yes.
I had to pivot my career. I was raising a family, and I really just needed to figure out what to do.
What's next? Yeah.
So I went back to my roots and started working in the farmers markets. I created a granola product from scratch out of my home-based business. And I really just love to be an entrepreneur and own my success.
So it was always your passion.
Yes.
So this was just a precursor.
Right. Yeah. And who knew that in this point in my life that I was going to create a brand new business model for myself. But yeah, so I started in the farmers markets and I came into this business. And
You said it had two previous owners, and then you took.
Yeah,
and
I actually got a part-time job here working for the previous owner, and she was looking to sell, and I just fell in love with it, and I just saw so much potential, and she was just ready to start her next chapter. So 6 years ago, I signed the papers and had my little business model in hand, and here we are 6 years later, and successful, I feel, and just really, here we are.
What a great story. We really think that, you were really good at your craft. And that's the thing we've been talking about, I guess, yes, you did pivot, but then there's something inside you that wanted to be out, that you wanted to put out,
Sure.
which is probably your gift, something you're passionate about.
Sure.
Right?
Yep. Yes. And as we've said in the past, it's like hard work pays off. So for me, I wanted to turn this business into something that I could call my own, and really changed it from the previous owners. And I have been riding strong ever since.
Riding strong ever since. So, yeah, so as a woman business owner, so what does the image of your brand represent?
So I feel like the Frederick Basket image, we've been in the community since 1988, like I said. So we have longevity as far as a business that's just been stable. Other than the fact that we've sort of changed with the times, I feel that's really important for women to understand. As you change your business, you have to change it to meet the needs. And that's a really important message.
I like the fact that you tailored it to Frederick, downtown Frederick. And,
Sure.
I just like the way that you put your logo. It captivates the entire city, right?
Absolutely, yep.
So downtown Frederick, Maryland, it's historic, right?
Historic, we have a lot of history in the city. We are actually in Eveready Square, which is considered the old town of Frederick downtown. A historic building. Our shop is actually in a historic building. It was a cannery back in the times, doing bottle caps. And yeah, so we are right here. Our logo reflects the
city.
spires.
Yes,
the spires. And Maryland, as everybody knows, Marylanders love their flags, so we incorporated that into our logo.
Of course.
And yeah, we've been.
Plus, we see a lot of products. You have a lot of Maryland products, which means you feature a lot of Maryland, business owners. Or what?
Sure. One of the things that I like to really get the point across to anybody who enters our store or who receives a gift basket, it has products from other local vendors. And what's really great about that is small business supporting other small business.
That's great.
Yeah, so when somebody gets a gift basket and they have a product from another downtown business, they're going to love it and they're going to go in. And that's the way that we can just build our community together.
And also, as you mentioned, you also custom make your products to fit your customers' needs, right?
Sure, we do one-on-one meetings. We curate gifts that are directly for the recipients. So if you were to call me and say that you had a client or a good friend who maybe lost someone close to them and told me a little bit about that person, we can custom make that gift exactly for what their needs are.
But you do also create products for business lines.
Sure,
right?
yes. Business to business is huge for us. We love the day-to-day walk-in, but business to business is really huge.
It's really good. So I just wanted to ask you, what do you think sets you apart from other business owners? I know there might be other shops, they might be doing the same thing, but what sets you apart? This is a unique and distinctive question. I thought to ask you.
It's a tough one, actually. I mean, all I can say for my business is when you walk in my door, you're going to be welcomed. You're going to be greeted with a woman-owned business who all of my staff are women.
Hospitality.
Yeah, I think we thrive on each other. We work together and we just create the atmosphere that's just really important and welcoming, and people love to come in.
Yeah, I like the fact that you support other businesses. It is very important to connect. Like if you don't connect with other businesses, you can't put your name out there. People don't know you. I heard a saying that who you know, who you know represents you. So who you know gets you in the door. So I guess featuring these businesses has helped you.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, and we work together, and I also work with other businesses to provide gifts for them to resell. So we can take our talent to their websites or to their showrooms to enhance their products.
So your ideal customer, who's your ideal customer? Will be like corporations, wedding planners?
Event planners are big. When COVID hit, obviously there was very few events, so we had to look at providing virtual gifts for meetings. So that's really big for us. I don't know if I really have a all of my customers are important. I can't say a business customer is any more important than somebody that's walking in and buying an individual gift. It's all about the business and just providing that service.
So either one person or many people, you value everybody.
Absolutely.
Wow. So how do your customers identify with your brand? If I have your brand, how would I identify? Brand identification is how people feel. I guess it's just their opinions. So I bought something from the Frederick Basket Company. How do I feel inside? It's beautiful. Like this product is really beautiful. So I would feel like, okay, I'm getting something of value, right?
Sure, of course. And I like to say we provide smiles. I mean, when you receive a gift basket, you automatically smile. Do you know how nice it is to give somebody some comfort and smiles? It's a great business.
So you create those memories in front of people. And you do receive testimonials where people have told you we love your products?
Oh, yes, of course, all the time. I mean, if you were to visit our website, we have so many reviews and testimonials. And I can honestly say once our customers come in the door, they always come back.
I think one unique thing I also notice is you handcraft your products, so which is good. So you custom make them. People always want a genuine touch, a genuine feel to a product. So once they know somebody made it, it's not from a factory.
Yes.
It brings a distinctive flair to the business.
Absolutely, and that's one of the key points. Thank you for saying that, because when a customer will call us or we have a sit-down one-on-one meeting with business members, we then take that information back to our studio, and one of my designers will come up with a unique gift that's just for them. So that makes everybody feel really special, and you can't get that from a big box store.
So you begin from their colors, you get their feel, what they want, how they want their product to be.
Sure, we use their business colors, we do personalized logo, we do branding options for anything. We can pretty much do anything, I want to say.
Yeah. Wow. Well, so I just wanted to discuss the effects of the pandemic. You know, many businesses have closed, but yours is thriving. Oh,
Yeah,
so
we
I wanted to know what are you doing? How have you managed to transition and, your business to catapult to the next level? I mean, you have a competitive advantage here. The business has grown.
Yes, thank you. Yes, we have grown, and we've been very fortunate and blessed with clients that came back to us whenever they weren't sure what was going to happen. Um, in March, when COVID hit and we were closed for 2 weeks, it just was a time for me to sit back and just think, okay, what can we do? We need to stay relevant.
Yep.
How can we get in the people's hands? A lot of our business partners that we work with were property management teams, so the offices were closed.
Offices were closed. People, I mean, the pandemic hit everybody.
It did.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, how do I get in front of my clients? How do I continue to bring in business with being safe and health conscious? So we just pivoted to our website and just enhanced it, and I reached out to some of my big clients, offered discounts. We just were trying to see how can we get in the homes of people. One of the big things that really surprised us was all the gifts for, let's say, Mother's Day and Valentine's and Father's Day and Easter, because they couldn't see their families. So it's like, okay, how do we get that in front of people? And
So you found that niche.
absolutely, yep.
Wow.
Yeah, so we reached out to people because grandparents couldn't see their grandkids for Easter. So we made, price conscious baskets for kids, which we didn't normally do. We don't normally carry a lot of juvenile stuff. So, yeah, we just pivoted to that.
Plus, it created revenue streams for you.
Yep, yeah, our website took off, soared like crazy, and
Wow.
it was great. We could not keep up, and I mean, we had a small staff, so I've increased staff. I was able to keep people employed, and yeah, here we are.
Well, this is great because many businesses have been trying to pivot, and many of them probably haven't, tried to find out what's the niche, what's the next thing,
Right.
how can I change? So the mode of doing business has to change, and I think you're a living example. Like, you have to pivot, you have to reach out to new customers, right?
Sure, any business has to pivot. It could be a restaurant, it could be a movie theater, it could be a service industry. You have to pivot with the times.
You have to pivot with
Just
time.
like with a restaurant, they have to change their menus. They have to offer new things, because if they just stay with the same old meat and potatoes, it's going to be stagnant and it's going to go away.
Yeah, so the online, what the pandemic has done is most people now shop online.
Yeah.
They are not shopping in stores, and I think you got right into the market. And
Yeah.
versus somebody who's out there now, they don't know how to do the online stuff, and they're struggling. But which brings me to this question: what has been the shift of your focus to expand your business in order to generate more revenue? Like,
Sure.
when you decided to shift that focus, how did you do it? Because I believe it's not a one minute thing. You had
It's
some trainings behind
Sure,
them.
it's not a 1 minute thing, and it's constantly changing, and that's the other thing. You have to. It's not a 9 to 5 job when you own a business. You go home at night and you research and you look at other businesses to see what they're doing, and I think that's the key. Is just you always have to be on top of things. You always have to be looking at your other
New
businesses.
trends, right?
Absolutely, and communicate with people. I mean, there's so many business groups that get together and they exchange ideas. So important.
So you're encouraging people to connect more, right, in
Yes.
order to grow their businesses. So any advice to struggling business owners?
Oh gosh, all I can say is work hard. Just work hard, and if you have the passion and you love what you're doing, it's going to come. It's just going to be there. Like I said, we work so hard, and
I know.
we're starting to see the benefits, and it feels good, And if
Yes.
it's not working, then you need to step back and really look at what's not working and why isn't it working and how can you change it. Nobody else is going to do it for you. You need to figure it out. You need to sit down and just look at everything.
I think one important thing is people fear change of the unknown. What if I put my
Yeah.
money here and things don't
Yeah.
work? So do you think faith is somewhere in there, kind
You
of taking
have to
a
have faith.
leap of faith in there, somewhere,
Faith,
somehow?
faith and prayers, and just you know, you're going to fail. Of course you're going to fail. Everybody fails. But you pick yourself up and you find out why you failed, and you change that.
So do you think, like, between the pandemic, you got closer to God too? I mean, were you able to pray to God more?
Sure. I mean, I was raised in the church, so I've always had God in my life. So for me, it's not anything different than just, you know, just sitting down and just having the faith that it's going to come.
That is going to come.
And
plus action.
And action, of course, of course.
Yes. Wow. Well, this has been a wonderful interview, but if you have anything you want to offer to our viewers, tell us more about your business, what you want to offer to them.
Sure. Well, first of all, thanks for listening to the podcast. I think she's going to be offering so many more great business opportunities for you to review. But I hope that you stop in the Frederick Basket Company. We're here on East Street in Everett Square. Use the code word, are you ready? It's a secret, Frederick Basket 23. If you come up and you offer that code to me, I'll put your name in to win a great Maryland gift basket. So I hope to see you soon. And one final thing is our football baskets. It's football season, people. Go Ravens. So we have a Ravens basket.
Go Ravens! Go Washington! If this is your team, please call the Frederick Basket Company. I mean, they'll custom make all the goodies for your team and your teammates.
It's a great gift for your husband or someone your dad who's like watches the game every week. Send him a football basket. He'll be over the top.
And you custom make the colors, whatever the customer wants. Wow, this is great.
Yes.
This is great.
Yes,
this is great product. And then you're online too?
Online too, yes.
Wow.
All of these are offered online.
Wow.
Next day delivery too.
Next day delivery. Well, we hope that by the time we come back next time, our business will be off the roof. Off the roof, off the chart.
And holidays are coming, so if you're looking for any holiday gifts or your business is looking to surprise your employees, give us a call.
Corporations.
Yes.
Corporations. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Lois,
I appreciate it.
For speaking to the Rebuild podcast. This has been wonderful, people. We expect that you call these business owners, support local businesses, support your own business. May God bless you.